All right, so you've chosen a piece of fabric that you know you can get a square out of using the one patch template. And you're gonna take it over to the iron and you're gonna press out any wrinkles to prepare it for tracing. So you're gonna plug in the iron into the outlet. This iron we turn and use on medium. Put the pointer on medium. And you usually have to wait about 2 to 3 minutes till the iron heats up. You would smell the iron heating up when it eventually, after 2 or 3 minutes, when you tip it down, all right, you might see some steam come out of the iron. You might hear it heating up. All right, so we'll give it another couple of seconds. You're gonna use it on steam. So you're gonna set it, put this lever on the little cloud for full steam. And then we can test it, see if it feels hot, see if the steam comes out, and then we're gonna iron. There we go, I hear some steam, and we're just gonna press or iron. Pressing means ironing, ironing means pressing, and I'm gonna do the other side as well. All right, I'm gonna make sure that I turn the iron off. And now I'm gonna go back to the sandpaper that I have ready. And I'm going to put my template as close to the edge as I can without being exactly on the edge, following the straight grain of the fabric. So I want the straight lines of the fabric to line up with the straight lines of the template. And I wanna hold down the template, angle my pencil, put the point down at the bottom, and I want to drag. I want a line dark enough to see, but not so dark that it's see-through. All right, look, I've had to adjust the way I hold my hand to do this side, and I've had to adjust the grip of the pencil for me to do this side. If you find it easier to pull, press this down and turn without moving it, pull, press this down and turn. If you find it easier to do that on all 4 sides, you can do that as long as your template doesn't move, all right? After you're shown your teacher and your teacher is approved, you use the shears to cut exactly on the line. Not bigger, not smaller, exactly on the line. And shears are meant to be used from the back. You don't go like this, all right? So you cut. Go slowly enough so that you can keep your shears lined up with the line that you've just traced. Don't rush. Note I have 3 or 4 fingers in the larger opening, depending on the size of your hand. And once you've cut this out and you have nice right angles at the corner, all right, you don't have to ask anybody, is this good? You can just lay it on the template. And if it looks like it's the same size as the template, not bigger, not smaller, it's good. Then you're ready to put some lines on the fabric that you're going to sew on. You're ready to use marking guide number 1. So you're gonna lay it down on one edge of the fabric, and you wanna make sure that you can fit only a pencil. Only a pencil, so you have to roll it till just a pencil's width is exposed. It's about 1/4 of an inch. And you're gonna trace the stitching line, and then you're gonna change and put it on this side. All right, so this is too small, and this is too big. You want just right. So you're gonna put this down, make sure that it looks parallel and even. This is detail work. All right, your second line on this side, you're gonna repeat and do it on all 4 sides. And again, don't rush, have it be accurate. You want the line dark enough to see, but not so dark that it's gonna show through the fabric. Okay. Once you've done all 4 marking lines, stitching lines, do not cut on them, do not. Those are the lines you're gonna sew on. So at this point, you're either going to take a piece of fabric that you know for the back of the pillow. This is the front of the pillow. All All right, if you've got a piece that's the right size, fine. If not, go to the cart where we have bolts of fabric. And get yourself the color that you want for the back of your pillow. And someone will help you cut off a chunk. All right, the directions tell you to use 8 pins to pin all 4 sides and all 4 corners. Again, on grain, you want the lines of the fabric, the weaving, to line up with the lines of your square, all right? So don't worry if someone drew something crooked on here. You want to lay it on grain. So I usually use my thumb to measure. You can pin with the pinpoint pinning out. You can pin with the pinpoint pinning in. They just cannot extend past the pillow front. All right, you can't cut through pins. You ruin the shears. All right, and after you've done all 4 corners and it's smooth and flat and there's no puckers or ruffles, you're going to do all 4 sides. Start back and aim out. So if you start too close, if you start on the line, your pin's going to stick out. You can't cut there. So back it up, and then you've got this. Okay? When it's been approved, you're going to take your shears again. It should have no puckers. It should lay flat. And you're going to cut your backing fabric out to be the exact same size as the front fabric. And you're now using your actual fabric piece as a template or a guide for the back piece. Slowly, carefully. Sometimes you need to relax your arm muscles in order to get the shears to work properly. Sometimes you need to stand when you're using shears, because sitting and crunching your arm sometimes is a problem for some people. Once you've cut out and you've got both pieces pinned together, keep them pinned together. Your directions tell you to take about 3 inches of masking tape. It doesn't matter what size masking tape you use, doesn't matter. But one way that we can estimate is if you lay out about 4 fingers, your tape across 4 fingers and rip it, that's around 3 inches. And then you have to decide what you want the bottom of the pillow to be, but it doesn't really matter since it's a square. Pick a side, and that's going to wind up being the bottom of your pillow. Even though when you start sewing, we move the tape to the top.